Hey everybody, Nick Blazer here with another Play and Explain, this time from the Slavia Open 2024. This is my first round. I got a bye in the first round. It's a 167 player tournament, so 8 rounds. But we're starting off in round 2 against Eldin Beso? I don't know how to pronounce it. He's got like a little thing over the S. What's that mean? But yeah, I don't know much about this player, but excited to play here and have a reason to do more Play and Explains. We get to play a nice long 21-point match, so that should be fun. And we're going to get started. I hope I don't get into too many, I feel pretty, at least like I always know what's going on in a 7-point match. But when you get further out here, you can get to some really asymmetric scores and it can get confusing. So I hope I don't miss anything. Keep learning more every day though. So, well, this is already awkward. What do I guess I duplicate 6s if I pop out to the bar. Is there really anything I can do? Otherwise I can split and have a bunch of blots. I don't know. Maybe splitting to the 20 is okay, but I feel like I'm just going to get double hit so much that this is probably the best I've got. All right, and we get to return hit somewhere. As a result, I duplicated my own 6s. I think sending a third checker back is better and evening that out. But I sure am tempted to fight for this 5-point. I hate that he's going to get it with all 5s and 4s. He manages not to, though. That's kind of nice. So we're still competing for that one. And I whiff again. Okay. I get to have an advanced anchor, though. And I don't think I want to leave 6s for him anymore. It's weird to create a 5 stack, but I think that's too good when he doesn't have 6s anywhere else on the board. And like I'm in an even race, I would lose another checker back. I'm outboarded. I think I just have to clean that up. All right, he's just going to run off the back. Yeah, I don't know what else there is there. I didn't think about it too much. I'm going to hit and make the 5-point for sure, and then probably going to end up making the 10 as well. But I'm going to pause and think about what other options I have with the 3. Is there some reason to try to slot the... I don't know. I don't think I see anything else. I think I have a cube coming a lot of times here too. 4 in, yeah, I don't think... there's no too good or something like that, but I'm threatening a whole bunch to point on header and stuff like that. I have an advanced anchor. I think the game's got to be too long for it to be worth taking a roll. But I'm more thinking that way, even though I guess it could conceivably be a take with only 2 points made, but I mean, it feels pretty strong. All right. He runs with the opening 6-2. So we're going to have some non-standard openings. That should be fun. I'm going to go ahead and make the priming play with those aces. Not 100% certain about that. Oh, I can hit. Probably sending the checker back is better than extending the prime, I guess. Yeah, of course. I would just almost missed it because I was so focused on the 5 getting there. 3 gets to hit. I still feel like I've got a small advantage here. Do I want to clean up this direct shot? I think so. It's another one of these where his 6s aren't that strong if I just get out of the way there and we have a kind of close race. I do have the better board, though, and, I do want the 8-point and to extend my primes. There are reasons to leave it there. Could have entered and made an anchor, but I don't think this early in the game in an even race that I want to have the 22-point anchor necessarily, so feels a little premature for that. 3-4 would have hit indirect. All right, I've got all kinds of shots. That's one of them. All 6s from the bar hit. That's a fun way to play it. It's funny when Heroes lets you do things like that. All right, 2 in. We're hitting again. He's got a checker's back advantage. I still have the board advantage. He keeps performing well from the bar, though. So I still feel fine with my position. I'm not in big trouble here, but of course I don't like all these extra checkers being sent back. And I think I'm needing mobility right now. 5s are pretty well... Do I want to just hop out to the bar and provoke there instead of letting him come around the bend to hit? I think so. I mean, it feels like last time I avoided this because of all the double hits. But here, I think with an anchor and everything and being down in the race and wanting to provoke contact, I think it's good. I don't think I would send this cube. I don't really see big market loss. Maybe pointing on the 5, though. That could, if I fan there, like I could be in a lot of trouble, but it feels like he still has work to do. And like he's still getting a lot of value out of claiming after that, things like that. I think I want an advanced anchor here too. Though I guess 22 pips is probably enough to play the 23. Is there something else I can do? It's just so wide open here that I don't think I want to do something like just clean up the 18 point plot, do I? Maybe. I guess it's reasonable. I can't really do anything in my board here. I'm not going to create another blot off the midpoint and find an ace to play. So what do I think of this? This is hoping to make the 20 later, which would be good. And I'm not too worried about him attacking with aces. And I always have the 23, and it kind of jams up his checkers in a way when I'm down in the race. So maybe that is the better game plan. It just feels so natural to go make an advanced anchor and contest this midpoint, all these kinds of things. I'm not sure here, though. Why would this be worse? My board's not that much better, so he should feel pretty okay, like unstacking and attacking here. So maybe I don't want to leave all these blots open. It's kind of part of it without an innerboard anchor. I don't know. I'm talking myself into a weird play here. Not completely certain about this. Sure, let's try it. 6-1. Oh, man. That probably would have sucked if I'd made the bar point. Not that it's great here, but I think it might have been even worse. Yeah. He's going to go ahead and button up there. Reasonable, and I think I like how my contact looks here. Okay, that's a bummer. Don't like that he gets to use that checkers off the 6 point and fill in the 5. It's a big step in the right direction for him. Okay, he's running out of time a little bit, and I feel like I've chosen the right game having the 23 point now, the way things have gone. I mean, he's rolled big sets and hit me and stuff, so maybe it wasn't always going to go that way. I don't know, but feels good. Okay, we're going to hit. Doing okay here. Lots of play for us in this position. Yeah, cleaning up a blot seems pretty good. 3s doesn't seem ideal. I think I'm making the point, but then I have to spread out and leave 6-3 and 6-6. Get double shots on all the things. I think it's got to be worth it. 6-4 is only going to get the single, plus 6-5 reaches. Oh, he's going to stay in range of the double. Okay. 4-4 does not get there. I think it wants to do something like this, though. And I don't think we want to stay in the way of this blot. Though, I mean, there's something to be said for if he rolls 5-3 or something that wishes to do something in the board. Like I'm kind of forcing him to clean up instead, but I think it's going to be better to just not be hit here. 25 pips is like recoverable. I could roll a set of 5s or something. Oops. All right. I think I want to play like this. I don't think I need to start to dump to the 3 point. I don't think I'm going to be able to hold on to the prime with the bar point that long anyway. I think for him, filling in the 3 feels a little bit stronger, but for a roll, this probably feels good because I'm 6 primed. And immediately kind of like regrets that, right? No landing places. He could have just been clearing the 8 safely. 6 to win. No such luck. Okay. We crack a little. Bummer. I'm fairly okay with running with the 6 now and hoping to remake this 6 point, but okay, aces gets to close me out now. There are 10 pips outside, so 15% gammon, something like that. Okay, that should save just about all of them. And should leave me with a small match deficit. 20 away to 19 away. Everyone knows the match equity there, right? Roughly even. I don't think I'll be adjusting much at that score. Oh. Hey, I'm close to losing a gammon. But I saved it. On we go. 6-4. I feel like at some point in like the length of the match, the 6-4 stops. Maybe I don't know if you ever play like money. For some reason, match play prefers making the point rather than splitting. When you're trailing, you like it a little better. When you're leading him a little bit, then splitting, I think, can get back in the lead a lot of times. Oh wow. Okay, this kind of has to be part of it, I feel like, now that I've made the 2 and I don't really like the 8 interaction with it. They're all so good. Once we've gained so much in the race, though, I also love advancing my back checkers to make an anchor. And I also, of course, love unstacking the midpoint. So I mean, making the 3 would even be nice, and just having a perfectly distributed 4-point board. I think that's got to be the weakest too. But I mean, this must be like a real candidate here. I could still make the 5 later and use this. So this is like, what does this prioritize? This makes me very likely to win a race, maybe. And so what am I really trying to do when I make the 5-point instead? This is more of like an attack, which can work. He's not able to run very quickly here. It's like focusing on a single checker back game. I don't really know. It just feels a little too strong to not play offense here. It's very confusing for me. Well, I would have loved to be out challenging this blot, not giving it somewhere to land. Do I have enough of a lead to like send the cube anyway? I have the race. I have a better board. My threats are 8s mainly. 8s also make the point here. Do I want to loose hit with 5s? Probably not. I'm not trailing enough to really adjust much, but I feel like I have some market loss, but maybe it's not enough of them and not big enough, so I think I'll just roll. 6-2 is going to be one of my best. If he fans, of course, I've lost my market. If he enters, then maybe he still has a game. This feels worth doubling, though. I mean, maybe I haven't lost my market. He still has the anchor. I still have a lot to fill in. Still have to work my way around. Hitting is probably enough to lose my market. I don't see a reason to leave the shot in the outfield, I don't think. I'm going to focus on attacking this checker and filling in points, and we'll worry about escaping the last checker later. Ooh, that's a little tricky, but I think I'm going to play purely, though I could instead just switch. Okay, I can't remember if I have to leave when he has a disconnect issue like this. Oh, my clock stopped, so it seems like maybe I do have to leave and rejoin or something like that when he leaves. Am I cheating to like think about my play here now? I think I'm just going to make the 4-point. We'll see if it lets me. You can return to okay. Okay, so I do have to exit and rejoin. Let's see if he's going to reconnect. Oh, we got one. He just reconnected. Here we go. All right, back at it. Nice feature of Heroes that you don't lose on disconnects like that. Okay, he escaped the back checker, so I was a little bit worried about him advancing to the 22 point. That'd be a big improvement to his position, so I'm glad he was not able to. What do I want to do here? I guess the ace could step up or could clean up. Could leave a bunch of fly shots? I mean, I guess this build's the best, and if he hits with like any of these 6s, do I really care? I'm going to get a ton of returns. He's going to be in the air. I don't know. Maybe it's okay. Maybe I just win a lot of gammons if he wants to go for it in a position like that. 2s is huge. Oh, wow. I think he really needs to advance to the 22. Making the 4-point with it seems great, too. Oh, bummer. I don't get to clean up much. And I would love to be running with the 6-5 here. I think it's too much to leave a bunch of double shots here. Or double hit potential kind of things here. So I think I need to do some cleanup. But he still should be a little afraid to come off the anchor. That's kind of why I'm hesitating about it. So I think I'll just play like this. Get rid of some blots. And now if he wants to hit with the 5, I mean the 5-2 I guess he would for sure, but most of them little scary. 4-3 is scary, 6-1 is scary. I'm hoping to hit a fly shot. I do. Sweet. Gammon's back on. Pick up with another 2. Excellent. And I think I'll get this checker in range of attacking on the ace to make sure he can't make a second anchor here. And I'm going to need to hit loose to prevent that pretty much all the time, I think. And I think I can play pretty wide open here. I mean, maybe aces or something hurts, but ouch. Okay, so he gets a chance to make it. That's like the worst thing that can happen in this game is that he can make a back game and potentially have something. If he attacks me, he's not particularly well timed, and I do have a prime though. So making the bar point was pretty big for this. Having these 2 checkers stopped up here is tough. Puts 2 in the air. Okay. Double aces and a 6-4 to fan with both. Okay. He's going to run both. That could be... I don't know if it's... It could be right, is what I'm looking at. I mean, of course, it feels a little premature to leave the back game when you have a lot of work and offense to create, but also a good opportunity. And it's a good moment to realize that you could win going forward. Me too. Okay, I need to just... I mean, this is just a priming game now, so I need to leave this anchor with all 6s, 4s, and 5s. I don't think he's winning. I'm ahead in the race in a priming game, so I guess that's bad, but my prime's better, and he's not at the edge of it. So I think I'm going to have to send this cube back really aggressively. I'm going to have to, like, stop to think about whether or not I want an 8, because, like, with a small match lead even, it's starting to matter a lot. I think, like, the points are just worth a little bit more to me. What can I lose my market with anything here, though? I don't think so. So I think I will just take a roll. The 5 is great. The 1 is not so great, but I will stack up. Do I need to... Ugh. It is a question whether or not I'm going to need to slot here. The 2 to step up with tempo, I feel it feels a little too strong, but I wouldn't be surprised here because my timing is not good in the front, and I can crack a lot with a lot of entering numbers here. So I have to be really careful, and sometimes the way to be careful there is to slot and give yourself something to do when things go poorly. Okay, but for now, my prime's still holding, even if he continues to attack. He wants to hit and board. Interesting. He could have hit on the bar point. Probably a little stronger. But so the way this is going, okay, he covers. It's going to be either he escapes my prime without cracking, you know, and wins the gammon, or I win. Maybe I'll win a gammon if he cracks too. Oh, both 2s up already. Okay, that's a big problem. He's doing great in this game now. Yeah, maybe the best thing that could happen now is making the ace point for me. So I love entering. He's still, I mean, I think he'll attack with 4s and 3s there, or should, to prevent the anchor, but it's still not fun because he could still enter deep, you know? Let's see if he wants to go for the 4 or not. All right. Ace gets me right back in the game again. That hurts. And now I'm closed out and getting gammoned. So that's going to put him at 10. It's going to be 11 away, 20 away, 11 away. I think that's going to be enough to start sending him some aggressive early cubes and hoping to get to 8 cubes for sure. So like in a situation like this, if he sent me a 4 cube at 10 away, like that 8 cube would have come back so quickly. Like it would have been pretty easy, I think, to reship that. But I think we're a little too far out to be doing like really aggressive stuff like that. I've used more clock time with him too, so getting this match going quick is helpful. I needed that. All right, I can still hope he leaves a shot somewhere along the way here. That leaves 6s and 5s. This stacks up deep, so I got some hope. Not a lot, though. Okay. 6-5, 6-4, 5-4. No, I need that ace again. That 6-1 was huge. That was a very good roll for me. I think 6s, 5s, and 4s. Oh, no. If this can save the gammon, it's good. But otherwise, it's like, can be like an anti-joker to like not get the chance to hit shots when he can't clear. I guess I'm not losing any backgammons. That's kind of nice. What do I have? 7 crossovers? Oh, I guess the gammon save race is pretty close here, it feels like. Oh, this can get a checker in, so we'll do it that way. Oh. No longer close gammon save race. No. Okay. On we go. 20 away, 11 away. I am feeling trigger happy. But I don't have an advantage yet, so I've got to wait a little bit, I think. It is getting a little weird for him. Ooh, that's pretty good. Ooh, I think I have... Okay, never mind. I'm just going to hit escaping. I felt like I had taken the lead there. Probably this. And maybe I don't want the 21 that bad, so the triple split feels kind of okay for mobility, and to try to make the 22 is like a pretty nice anchor here. I don't really know. I guess like... Okay, I've got 3 back to 2 back. I'm down in the race a little bit, but my board's better. My priming is really good. If I extend this to a 5 prime, what is he doing? I think this is good enough. This feels pretty strong. Looks like all my numbers play too, right? 1s, 2s, and 3s all fit. So I think the 1 wants to extend the prime, and then the 3 can step up to the edge. Try to make that anchor? Sure. Okay. Yeah, it just feels like the 5 prime's a lot to deal with in this game. But we'll see. I can run into mobility issues here too. 6-4 seems pretty perfect. Just get to make that landing point. I do open up to being attacked behind, I guess. But yeah, like I don't think I need to worry about that too much. This can clear the 10s safely. Not much else. I guess I could leave a shot from the mid too. 4-3. It looks like we're slotting the back. What else do we have? I wish I could reach him. 1-6 even gets a return. So this is happy to either make the 6 prime or... Oh yeah, his 5s aren't great. The 5 can cover. But I think the 2 does want to step up. But so... Okay, I am going to cover the back then, though hitting off the edge would have been very nice to prevent the anchor too. But in a game like this, even with the 22 point, the 6 prime is going to do very good work. I mean, he's saving a ton of... Like, this is very good. Definitely a huge improvement. And maybe actually he's going to have timing issues when he hits me. Sending a 3rd behind it is great for me, of course. Okay, I got to really focus on keeping those back checkers moving. Now I have 4s, 5s, and 6s to escape. And we'll just spend the timing otherwise. Yeah, I think he should just be in damage control mode here. So coming up to the edge seems pretty good. 5 can come out... 5 could come out the other way and I could spend some ace somewhere else. But I think we just want to spend all the pips back here. Make room, that's all fine. I think 2-6 wants to go by without hitting, probably. I really don't think leaving shots is going to be worth anything here. Or help him out. Ooh, he leaves a lot of shots. Okay. And now I'd like to pick this blot up, and I'd also like to... find ways to make the points behind in case he enters. So I think I'm okay breaking the prime here and preparing for attacking behind. Yeah. Ooh, that's a little fast, though. Now I kind of wish I still had it. And I can still have it. And I can also prevent the second anchor, but I don't need to. It's not like he has time for this. So I think it's a little better to just make the 6 prime. We'll find out, though, huh? I guess I can look for trap plays where... If I open up the 8 point, I can force him off with a 6. Okay, this move is going to be forced. So this 5s would just play back. What do I want to do? This is only in contact with 1 point right now. So I kind of like the idea of clearing the 8 instead. I mean, really, maybe I want to be hit with a 6? Like, this seems pretty okay. What am I worried about? 6-1, 6-2, 6-3. He can make a board, but it's just like... A lot of the times there's just going to be a bunch of blots back there. I think this feels worth it. The distribution's just so good. I get the maximum amount of checkers in, all that kind of stuff. All right, he's only killed 1 checker, though, so he can still repair this quite a bit. I don't think making the 2 points the priority there. I'd be bringing checkers around and trying to remake that 6 as quickly as possible. And I wouldn't be leaving the second anchor anytime soon either. And in my shoes, I'm just going to be peeling. I want as many checkers off as possible. before I have to leave a shot. And his board's not so scary if I even get hit, so I can like afford a little risk, and he might just have to leave. So I can either stack up the 4. Ooh, this is tricky. So if I do this and take an ace off, then I have aces to play, no 2s. 3s are going to break the front and leave a shot. 4s can play behind. So 3 is the only bad number. And I can get that back by playing down. But what is that? It makes 5s and 6s bad? And what else? I could play like this. Aces, so there's going to be some bad aces and bad 2s that clear, I guess. 3s come from the... Yeah, a lot of forced numbers. It feels like I need to clear a point here. What if I guess I could try to figure out if this is the better point to clear. My 5, 6, 5 is the bad shot. 5's behind in general. 5, 4, 5, 2. It's not so good. 6, 2. Oh, 2, 1 is an absolute disaster. I better not do that. Okay. Sometimes just like the obvious thing is, I don't know. I guess I create bad 6s and 5s when I play down. Like I know there's going to be some bad numbers, and I'm saving 6, 3, 5, 3. 4, 3 is fine. 3, 3 is fine. Saving 2, 3, and 1, 3 is fine. 6, 3, 5, 3, 2, 3. So, I mean, it's not 6 numbers to 2 numbers. And that's going to repeat a lot too. I guess I should play like this. I don't know. Those are hard. I don't usually bother to try to figure them out either, honestly. 6, 5 will be bad. We're trading a bunch of those again. 6s and 5s are good now when I take it off that point, though. I don't know. I'm going to do some intuition and stop spending a bunch of time trying to figure this out. Though peeling could be very good here, too, since he has to leave a lot. 4, 3. I don't think I want to leave shots. I think if I can just get home safely, I should win a gammon here. Okay. He's still got chances. He fans. There's some backgammons there. I can't clean up as safely as I would like. Still have to leave the gap. I think he wants to come down to the 22 there and try to get double shots when I leave something. I don't. And I can win a backgammon. Oh, am I like a favorite to win a backgammon right now? Oh, he cannot spend those. He could have taken a checker out. Yeah, that's a big deal. Okay. So we're going to get a lot closer because of that. 14 away, 11 away. Probably not a ton of adjustment, but I mean, I'll be thinking about it on recubes for sure. I don't think I can play as aggressive with the initial cube. Oh, these are so tricky. The 20 point tends to be better. It's like the better point. But for some reason, offense always like outweighs things. I don't know. I'll just take the better point. Trailing too maybe is a reason to do something different. But okay. Yeah, how am I going to develop now too? Okay, this is annoying. I'm ahead in the race. I don't think I want to run against 10 in the zone. Any duplication ideas? I don't see it. I guess we'll just slot a good point. Okay. Is it better to switch or just make the board? Probably just make the board. Yeah, let's just do this. Best anchor he can have is the 22, and we got a big advantage in that game. And if he doesn't, then I think I'm threatening enough to send the cube. Yeah, we'll double this. What is this? Could switch from here? That would be silly. Nope, I'm just gonna run and be happy with my racing lead now. Play like that. Yeah, it's interesting to switch 6 to 2. He can't really do anything about any of his back checkers right now, though. Not even sure it's worth doing that. I don't know. I guess maybe you don't have a better 3 anyway. 4-2. Yep, let's hit. Got a way better board. He's got a blotting board, all these things. Looking for contact. 6s and 3s to take him off the anchor. Sound great. And we'll bring a cover into range. Could play around the bend, but I'm going to focus on finishing this out. Well, that's a good entry for him. Ends up with a holding game. 6. I could make a 5 prime, I guess, but I'd have to leave a double shot. Doesn't feel worth it. Fly shot's not so bad. I think I'd rather keep this checker on the 5-2 than focus on making the 2 over the 1. I don't think that's going to be particularly relevant. His board is looking strong enough. What do I get? Something to clear with? Yes. Cool. I could leave an indirect. I don't see any reason to, though. I am out here, so hoping to get a little distribution help on a roll soon. I think that's the one to clear. I mean, for sure. I could put him on the 5 instead. I don't know. I'll just clear an order. Looking to avoid a 6-4. Sweet. And I guess there's some gammons here. Not too often. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. If he's, like, staying back the way he did, focusing on wins and things like that, it is possible. It gets more possible. All right. Against the 22 point, Michi says the 6 point is the problem point to clear. And I've gotten away with it. So, should be smooth sailing now. And yeah, I'm going to keep bearing off and hoping to win a gammon here. I don't feel like I can be a favorite, though. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crossovers. Oh, but he spends none of them. Yeah, do I want to risk? Okay, this is going to be basically every number but a 1. And this is a few 1s. But I do get a roll closer. Ugh. When I play the other way. But I'm not likely to just like never roll a 3 or 2 again, so I think I'll do this way, yeah. I don't think the roll again is real. Oh, he runs. Bummer. Oh, he could give me like a 2-1. He played kind of backwards there. Wasn't perfectly efficient with the pips. I had a chance. Okay, almost evened out. 12 away, 11 away is what it looks like. Much shorter match now. So funny how, like, it feels like long matches just tend to go that way. Okay, he wants to send right away. I am still trailing. Maybe he's got somewhere to be. 5-4 gets there. Still not enough to send or anything, I don't think. Awkward ace to have to spend, but ahead in the race or having escaped one, only slightly. I guess maybe slotting wouldn't have been too bad, but it just didn't feel like the right idea there. 6-4, can't run, could make a point behind. The bar point feels nice, but it leaves a lot of 7s. Not a lot of 7s. It leaves 6-1 and 5-2. Don't do anything otherwise, but this feels like it focuses where I want to be focused. Yeah, I don't see anything better. I guess maybe I'm containing pretty well and preparing to attack when I play this way. Maybe this is fine. I think I'll do this, yeah. I don't really know why I want to leave the shots in there. I don't think this is really like a position where I'm getting a ton of priming value. Ace wants to see the light, I think for sure. We don't have any hitting options either. Our board isn't really better. What's he going to do? Making the 9 is compelling here. He could also make the 4 and figure out the rest. And he could also make the 4 and like switch, things like this. I am under attack, but I'm outboarded. Is it going to be worth it to hit? I guess the 4s, well, they want to break to hit here anyway. 2s are unduplicated very well. Otherwise, I just stack up, try to play quiet and have like a decent race. I'm going to get attacked a lot, but maybe this is the right idea to not get another blot involved when I'm outboarded. Feels so passive. It's hard to make plays like this. I mean, the follow-up when I missed is really good, right? Should cover and nearly equalize boards, but not quite, and I'm still under pressure. I don't know. I'm going to try like this. So I get hit either way, but it's not a second back. Hypothetically, anyway. Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. I'm going to hit 2, and then I have the Yeah, I don't mind switching 8 to 4 when I made the 2. I don't really want that point anymore. Oh, wait. I can hit a third one? I didn't even think about that. I think I need to make a board point. Making the bar is interesting, too. We'll do this. We'll pick this guy up later. And this is too good. I would have loved to be able to get a nice recube in a game like this. No such luck. Poor me. All right. We're just going to spread out and make sure we get to make all these points for the closeout. In order doesn't matter so much. In fact, it's a little easier to make the higher points later. Now that I've made the ace. 6s, 5s are going to land funny. 4s land fine right now. I can do weird things to prevent certain shot levers, I guess. I think it's okay to leave a shot on 4s, I guess. What is this? Maybe this plays best on 4s in big sets. 6-4, 5-4 are annoying. It feels really weird to not bring checkers in. I guess it's kind of safe in some way, though. I'm not seeing a way, if I bring the 8 to 4, though, I'm not seeing a way off of double 6s, I think. It's an issue I'm having, other than playing 6 to 5, which feels weird, too. I think I'm just going to play checkers in. Whatever. We'll see what happens. 5-4 remains awkward. No, I can just do that. Okay. Maybe I need a spare there for 3s. Okay. Let's shift the point up higher that we need to clear. Then start to clear the 6. Ooh, nice. Okay. See if we can win a backgammon here. I think it makes some sense to start playing like, you know, you usually think when the gammon's locked up, you don't play as aggressively because if you just don't leave a shot, you win that gammon. And I think with 3 up, you can start to think about playing aggressive again to go for that backgammon, that they're getting relevant as I bear checkers off here. I took one off. Is it actually going to help me clear faster? No, I think I should just do this, even though he can enter on 5s. I think my bear off's just a lot better like this. All right. 6-5 was taking 2 off the outside and transposes, except my checker would be up there. I'm not sure what's better. Ooh, this is some shot levers. I need an ace. All right. All right, backgammons are looking good. Aw, lost a roll there. Ooh, that is not the way to play that. Maybe it won't matter. I think I need a set to save to get the backgammon. It feels like he wants to lose a backgammon. Am I imagining this? I'm not trying to like make fun of someone here, but like I really don't know why you would make that play other than if you wanted to lose a backgammon and lose the match faster, as well as double early. Maybe I'm missing something. 6 away, 11 away. He could just resign the match if that's the goal, though. I don't know. I don't get it. 6 away, 11 away. I got to be a little more careful. He played down, so I should be less inclined to run. I think I will just make the point. Yeah. It's a little weird, though. Running seems okay there. Ooh, shifting past the anchor feels very strong. I think I want to make a priming point here. But filling in the 5 feels very nice, too. Gosh, these are confusing. Yeah, I think we're blocking here. I don't know, though. Well, I guess I'm going to hit for sure. And now switching, making a board point seems kind of good. Just escaping so good, too. So confusing. I think his board's too good to not make the point. I don't really know. 6 away, 11 away. I still feel like at this score I have like nothing with the cube. Kind of either way. And so that's why, like, in those plays, it feels tempting to hit and make the point because I feel like I'm getting closer to threatening a cube. That way, like, if I make the board point, but I am pretty wide open and the game can turn around more. So it's probably just trying to do too much on one roll. 1-6 isn't much for him. Man, I got so many tournaments going on right now. If I stay alive in this Slavia Open, I'll be in that. Oh, this is interesting. I still can't cube at this score, I don't think. But I can start to go for aggressive things. Is the double hit better, or should I give up the 16 to hit? Giving up the 16 to hit leaves a lot of returns. And the double hit does not leave that many returns. And I could just play safe, but... I mean, this just... If I dodge an ace, I'm in great shape. If I don't, I'm still doing okay. Oh, this is going to make the cube so confusing. Am I just going to go to too good too easily? At 6 away, 11 away? Oh, 5 away, 11 away is getting... I remember... Yeah, this is kind of in the middle. I used 5 away and 7 away, 11 away in my book quite a bit to kind of compare long matches. Would I send this for money? That's a good place to start. I always encourage all my students to do that too. Not hitting with 7s. I'm hoping to cover with a 5 or hit with a 4 or both or make a point. But there's still play here. But I lose my market by a ton. So yeah, it feels like a fairly strong money double, but it feels still takeable. So I don't think I do need to leave it, send it at the score. This feels like a market loser. In fact, it feels too good. 4 or 5 or double 4s or something like that, and a fan could be too good. But I guess if he enters 1 even or 2, then maybe I don't have much. Threatening an anchor? I don't know. I think if he just enters 1, I'll probably still roll. If he enters 2, I think its position looks pretty strong, and I have to attack. He has the better board. I'm going to win a ton of gammons when it goes right, so... At normal score, I would cube this for sure, and I would think that the gammons are probably too high to take. Which means that the mix might not be good at this score, and I might just need to play this game. When it's so much like I think it's too gammon heavy to send a cube. And I don't know what to do with this roll. Do I want to make a 4th point, or do I want to block both anchors? I guess I just win a lot. This feels like the score play, and if he makes an anchor, then I'm still doing very well. And it's hard for him to come out and hit too often. Yeah, maybe that actually makes the cube last roll feel better too. So that I don't know if I have a ton of rolls like that, but like I'm doing pretty well in an anchor game still, I think. It's not like a lot of blitzes where when it goes wrong, I'm just kind of desperate. Like I have already escaped the back checkers out to the 16. So I guess I'm probably winning quite a bit. Yeah. Ooh, 3-5 is a great shot. That is going to bring life right back into this game. I guess I'm glad to not have sent the cube after that sequence. Yeah, I don't have much to do but move the back checker. Everything else is locked up. I got 7 points. So definitely hoping I can run that around and put a spare somewhere before I have to give up a point. Six-2 probably wants to attack. I do have the better board, so it's not free. Oh, he lifts it too. Okay. Interesting. I never think of doing that. Dennis was talking a lot about that in my last match. Place where I missed an opportunity to do that. But it just feels like the gain is so great. And how do you ever make the 5 point after playing like this now? 2s look duplicated. I can hit with 5s as well. Yeah, I think we want to hit like this. And then probably clean a blot up. Probably just that simple. Well, I guess we have a lot of nice duplication when we play 16 to 15, but it's 2 blots. I can't bring myself to do it. 5s looks like they play well here too. Okay, he's going to hit back. I have kind of nothing again. Would have been another annoying cube decision, or confusing one, if he had fan there. Oh, he has an anchor basically now. Okay, cube got easier. If he sends it, do I have to like be scared now? What do I have, I guess? I guess this seems like a pretty reasonable money cube. We're ahead in the race. I have no anchor. He's pretty much escaped. Maybe I'm supposed to pass this, but I mean, man, I get optimistic in games like this. It's going to be hard for me. Sure feels like I can just roll an ace and be in great shape. Not a lot of great options with his 5-1 there, other than like stacking up, yeah. I'm in a fan on a 3-point board some more. I got to shake the dice a little bit different and get something other than the 6-3 out of there, I think. Wow, am I supposed to take this? My board's junky too, is the other thing. So when I hit, I still have a hard time containing. I really think probably just have to let this go if he chooses to send it. I hate doing it though. Okay. I want to hit instead of anchoring. That feels good here. I have the better board. He doesn't have a ton of returns. I can turn the game around. Yeah, I don't think I need to start being so careful as to make the anchor. What do I have here now? For money again, hitting the ace would be a lot. Feels like a good threat. Does he want to take with this anchor? Probably. The race is pretty close, though his board is junk. I'm going to roll at the scored, but feels like a reasonable cube again. 6-5 could escape one or bring a builder in. Four one and 3-1 when I play the other way is the 2s. Let's get prepared to attack. It just doesn't look right. No, I don't know. Let's just play simple. This feels like on a fan fairly clear market loss at normal scores. Okay, again at normal scores, I might attack behind and win a gammon, or I might just win the race. It's only 9 pips, though. Yeah, it's probably still an easy take, but I'm starting to need to adjust to the score a lot less. I think it's still playable when I get to safety, so I want to do that first. It'd be fun if I'm just missing like a slew of cubes here. This feels good. 13 pips. So in a pure race, he should pass. Might get gammon back there. He's still got some contact. I think the turnarounds aren't going to make the cube so... Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of problems with this that I think I can send it. I am not so confident in the take for money or anything like that. Okay, he doesn't want to play it. Good, good. 5 away, 11 away. All right, after he rolls that many pips, I won't be touching the back checkers anytime soon. So I guess... But I want to prime also, which means I don't really want to make the deuce. Can I play 2 down here? It just seems like it allows him to run. That's so weird. Confusing play. Let's do this. I don't know. Maybe with only 2 pips, it could have been fine to just run from the back. But I'm running to a losing race, so just everything kind of seems wrong here. I guess already having the 3-point, maybe my priming game isn't so strong anyway, so maybe it's okay to make the deuce with it. Doesn't make him want to split very much either, and prepares me to pounce on that, but like his position is going to want to split very soon. Like it probably still right here. He's just going to play down instead. I'll play that game with you. I guess I have to bring a checker into the outfield. I don't think I need to split yet. Feels like a lot of hitters. 3-4, 6-1, 6-3, 4-5. All right, my threes are nicely diversified. I think I want to make the 8-point here. I think I want to play a 5, and I don't really want to play an ace. So I kind of want to come in on the 24, even though that's very bad to put a third checker on the 24. Is now just the time to like double split against this too? I don't know. I'm confused. I don't really care about being hit with tempo here. The double hits I do mind quite a bit though. Wow, I'm not sure. This feels like a very difficult play too. I want to see the outfield too, so I do kind of want to enter here. Maybe it's just time to split like this. I think I'm going to go for it. Yeah, making the point seems pretty good. I get to hit or make an anchor. Feel like making an anchor is a little too important in this game. Then I don't mind too much if I get attacked on the bar or something like this. We'll just play simple with a match lead. Make sure we end up in a holding game at least, like this. I don't think I need to play down to slot. I guess that feels kind of reasonable here. With the 3-point board, I just don't know if I want him to hit me and have tempo escaping. This feels like a very different kind of game, though. Hopefully I'm navigating these okay. Sometimes when opponents do different things, it just puts me in like territory that I don't know as well or something like that, I think is what's happening. So I wouldn't be too surprised if I'm playing like not my best PR in a match like this too, but try my best to figure it out. That links up nicely. Okay, we're down in the race, but he's still got a checker to escape, so we got containing that. This game's looking good. One moment. Allergies are getting me. It's that time of year. Okay, 5-3. I think we have to try to attack here. We're down in the race. I think we still have plenty of playability. Don't give up too many gammons. We win a lot when we get away with this, so it's time. And we're going to switch to the ace because we couldn't cover it. That's a bummer. Still not too bad. No cube involved, and at this score, I think if I get into a gammonish threatening position, I'm probably going to just play it out now. I was close enough last game and made some decisions like that. Now with one more point, I think that can be even the difference maker. Three, 2. I'd like to be attacking here, but I don't get a roll that supports me in that, and I do get something that allows me to not leave a shot at least. Lots of ways to win this, though. I guess the most comfortable one at the score is to just escape with a big set and play a race. Well, I can't avoid leaving a shot. I mean, I just have to do this. Yeah. Not so much fun at the score, though. As I said, if I get away with it, probably just going to play this on. And if I don't, then I don't like the gammons it creates. It gets scary. Harder to take this cube than usual. It's like, maybe I can pass this. With a third back, I certainly can have trouble entering. And end up losing an unlikely gammon in a holding game. And my contact's not good for winning when I hit a shot even. I'm way down in the race. Yeah, this feels like a pretty nice one to pass, even though he still has to get this checker to safety. Like the contact value is just worse when the 5 and the 4 are open like this. That seems to be the one. I'm not going to start burying checkers. I have to leave an ace anyway. Okay. Going to get a couple fly shots from the bar that don't necessarily win anyway. 5, 4, and 5, 6, and 1, 4, and 1, 6. Ooh, there's one. And if he fans, I can win a gammon. That'll be exciting. What do I do here? I think I just get on the 5-4, yeah. I would have liked to hit and buy some time to bring these checkers around. If he can enter and clean up, that's like a pretty big step in the right direction for him. Really, like maybe he's even in the lead in a way. He's doing fine if he can do that. So I need to pick that checker up quickly. Not sure what he's up to now. Just thinking for a while. Enters with a... Oh, he gets to clean up. Okay. This looks like I need to attack. I can't not leave a shot anyway, right? Yeah, so we could just make the point and do it that way. This adds 5-3. So there is some same number of shots, but he's not on the bar. Yeah, okay, we'll do this. 5-5. I'm going to get another chance at least. I don't know how excited I am to hit with other than a 5-2 and a 5-4. That one I like, though. Okay. In this position, this is probably like 10% gammons I'd be playing for, and I'm just winning this almost always, even with the open 5-point. Like, I think it's... So I think this is the kind that I can cube. I think I can send this one. I don't think I need to play on in this position. I mean, it could be good enough to take still, I guess, but I don't think it's too likely since his contact isn't great. I do still have some work to do to bring this home. But the main point I'm making is that I think the mix of like wins and gammons is right. Let's go over this. Okay, double 5s lose anyway, pretty much. So I think I'll go ahead and lose a gammon on them. No, probably not. But 5-4 is a pretty good shot. He gets a chance to try to pop out and run. I think I'll be forced to attack here. Yeah, I can't just let him have the cube and a racing lead. So 5s are a bummer. What else could it be? Okay. I am likely to lose a gammon on my own cube here and get a little closer into the match, unless he's kind enough to cube me out. Or slot or something like that. I guess with all the open points, maybe I can get off this gammon sometimes. It's a big step in the right direction for him. Yep, should be worth attacking, I think. I don't know. I guess you hate the swing on the 5, but you don't really like it when I anchor either. I save all my gammons when I hit with a 5 anyway. With 2 up, maybe he can still... I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens when I hit. Maybe he can't cube there. He decides not to hit? Okay. 6-1, 5-1 are my numbers, right? No such luck. Okay, with no checkers off, I can still save a lot of gammons if I just enter here quickly. I mean, this extra 14 pips outside is quite a bit. That helps. That does not. I think we'll go in this way. Ooh. All right, it looks like I should save it, right? I do. Okay. Lucky me. And so we're going to move on to 5 away, 9 away. Maybe I'm supposed to split a score like that? I don't know, though. Slotting is always close and kind of fine. Believe that's how I'll be playing that. And I need an advanced anchor soon probably as well, but it's nice to have the priming and board advantage, even though I have the third checker back. Doing pretty well in this game so far. He makes a point. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. Ooh, 6s aren't exactly what I had in mind. Like, I'm very disconnected from these 3 checkers, and I've given up the midpoint, but I can't pass up on this 5 prime, I don't think. So, mixed bag. I can lose it very easily, too. So I gotta really focus on mobility here. If I hit some sort of fly shot, I'm doing amazing. Any more checkers behind that structure are going to be like too much to withstand for him. That's a nice improvement. I really just want things that get me up to the edge. So I think maybe it's better to enter on the 24 and see the light here. I could, of course, have spread out and back a little bit more, but now I have a 6 to play. Yeah, I don't see him hitting. I think he's got to play pretty safe here. What can he do with this, actually? He has to leave a direct shot anyway, so maybe he should just point on head or something and give up his structure, or I doubt that. Oof. Maybe the 3 should just play around behind and keep the prime. But this looks good for me. I think it's better to do that than to anchor. And we're going to try to send a bunch of checkers back. What is this? This isn't too good. Is it good enough for money to send? He has an ace point behind a 5 prime, and I'm threatening to send another checker back, but I do have 3 checkers locked up on the 24, so when I miss, it might just be playable on that, but he's pretty front-loaded, so I'm not clear on that. So I think I'd be unsure whether he should play this or not, but probably leaning pass for money. So I should be able to send this at 5 away, 9 away. I'm not sure. Let's find out, though. Let's do it. That's a very nice roll. I get to improve my anchor here, even though I guess it's a very nice non-hitting roll. I feel a lot better about my position here. Even when he hits and fills in good points, well, he's still got these, like the priming battle still going so well. All right, probably he's supposed to fill in the 5 point instead, but okay. Makes a deep point. Hard to float like the blitz in a position like this exactly. I come in on the ace. I think I need the mobility to just step up here now. So I don't think I'm as worried about the 22 anymore. If he wants to attack me on one of these and fill in, well, he's still got 3 checkers to escape over a 5 prime and just like nowhere near the timing on this side of the board to do it. Yep, happy to take because I think I'm still winning. 3-2 likely points on me, okay. Even though it really would like to step up as well. And so, can I get into trouble here? I don't think so. Do I want to keep the ace here? Is kind of the question. It would allow him to fill in this point. I think I'd rather that he plays behind. All right, he's up to the edge with 1 checker. Would love to hit with a 4. I think I want to send another checker back. I think this is good in this position. Get more behind my 5 prime. Though I don't really need gammons. I just need to win, mostly, since the gammons are only worth 1 more point. Oh. I think I want to leave him in to roll. The 6 is pretty good if he gets to. But I hate stopping him from cracking and rolling like 5s and stuff like that, you know? So maybe I should just back off and let him. I think this is okay. I'm going to try this out. Yeah, 4s as well. So he gets to make the anchor, but he has to like destroy his board. I don't really know. I think this is going to be okay. Ooh, I think that is fair. Like not leaving a shot seems pretty good here too. I don't know. That's very confusing. Okay, let's just start blasting away now that he's given up a point though. Ooh, that's a nice response. Maybe I can fan or something. No need to get hit with tempo when he has to leave here. I'm still trying to attack on the edge, I think. 1. And then... Just get moving, I guess. Alright, I get to cover if I want, or I can hit. Maybe hitting and taking away the mobility is a little bit better. I'm going to try that. I don't know. These gammonish plays are a little suspect at this kind of score. Play the 5 out and the 4 in for a cover. He gets to hit with a 4-point board. Okay, buy a little time. Maybe he can make something work with this. Things are looking good for me, though. 3. I think I'm in a pretty good spot here, but this gives me some numbers to make the bar, I guess. I don't know. Try that. Yeah, 6-2, not much to do than run. And I'm hoping to hit somewhere. 3 will work. Do I just want to clean this up and not risk being hit in the outfield? Yeah, if I leave too many blots around, it gives them some path to trying to escape this prime and stuff like that. That would have been pretty bad, for example. But I think I'm doing fine as long as I'm kind of safe with my structure here. He's surviving this position, though. It's annoying. I don't think I want to give him a nice 2 to play, even though it front loads my position. I have bad numbers I can count, but I mean, I don't know. I should be able to hop the 2 prime next time. Maybe having pressure out there would have been better. Okay. 6-5. This is going to give him 2s to play again. Bummer. Yeah, maybe I would have liked to be out there. Okay. Yeah, I can't. I would like to spend it up here. Can't afford it, though. Temporarily has a 6-point and then gives it up. So now, actually, we're in pretty good place to, like, trap him off the ace and win a gammon for the match that way. I think I want to see a bunch of the outfield for that reason. 6-2 is going to try to run. What do I got here? 5 is good. Can I afford to go for the 2? I don't think that trade-off's going to be good for me right now. It's like ways to lose. Though maybe sometimes that would be the thing. I keep playing somewhat safe here, though. If he escapes, I mean, can lose the game that way. Okay, I would have to leave shots to... I think I just am stuck doing this now, right? Am I worried about this anchor back here? Maybe you can... I don't know. Oh, no. He gets to make the bar point. I'm in big trouble. Oh, I can't just give up the outfield, can I? I think I'm going to have to do something like this to try to win. Maybe I can advance like this and let him jump by. Let's try that. I don't know. Three, and no need to step into a double shot. Okay, he's frozen there, but I can't hit it. All right, I'm in big trouble in this 4-cube game now. How did this happen? I was thinking I was going to win the match. I could win or lose a gammon now. Okay, brutal. If I lose a gammon, I don't quite lose the match. I get a Crawford game. I better not waste any pips, I think. And I was looking for a big roll. I'll stay for an ace back there too. All right. Let me think about this for a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 crossovers to save the gammon naturally after my play. So I can. So I think I should not waste pips here. I'm trying to think of the best way to do that. I could make the bar point, but it like just gives up a crossover for like no reason, but doesn't waste any pips. I think maybe I should do this and try this. All right. Trying to save that gammon. Looks close. Looks a lot less close. I think, I mean, I can think about it, but okay, he's going to give me a shot with the ace. All right, we did it. So it's just an even match now. 5-point match. Okay. Oh, that was a sweat. 3-2. What do I want to do after this? I don't think I want to head to the outfield. And I don't want more blots, so I guess I'm just going to do that. It's a weird play to have to make. And don't want more blots. So let's just hop out. I am on the back foot in this game, though. He could make the ace or something or hit back there. I don't know. Wow, what do I do now? Oh, I'm really stuck. It's good duplication with that. Though usually it's better to just slot the better point. Ah, this is what I get. Okay, I mean, this is like... He doesn't want to hit it? Okay. Either way, I think I'm happy to pass pretty soon. Am I? He hasn't done anything with his back checkers. So there's still game there, right? Oh, that's annoying. Got so much better of a board, though. I think I have to take when he still has his ace point. All right. Yeah, we'll hit with that 7. No, it can get me in trouble. Any fans? Okay. That's a nice little bit of luck. I guess the 2 wants to be up. But then I can't clean up the 3. What do I want to do here? I can't get the 17 around the bend, and I'm not going to get onto the 2 that is diversified with his entry numbers, so I think it's better to stay on the 17 here. Though I could go to the 15 and play a 3 somewhere. The thing is, I like all my 2s, and I don't really like any of my 3s. That's what's going on here. Is this somehow good? Kind of opens him up to prime in the outfield, but... he was going to give up the midpoint to do it, so maybe it's okay. And I don't have to leave the ace, then I could just play that down too. But the 2 stepping up looks kind of nice. Yeah, I guess let's just do that and focus on the offense. Oh, of course. Create a 5-6 now. Oh, this game. What is 4-3 going to do now? Probably make the 2. It's nice to make him in order, but it opens up some shots to make the 3, so I think I like that play. Let's see. I think that probably wants to hit with the 5 and hit loose with the ace and just really go for the gammon now since I only have this 2-point board. I'm in big trouble, but I do have an ace-point anchor to play with at least now. And hypothetically, the timing to deal with it if I can enter with my spare fast enough. But it's going to be tricky. This is tough. I mean, he really needs to fill in the 3 before the end of the game. I guess it's probably pretty obvious to just do that, but sure do hate letting me out with 6s, so I can understand why people would choose to prime there. 6 and... ugh, I don't know what to do with the 4. I'll just do that, I guess. I don't know. 2s would be happy to step up. Okay, all points slotted. I just need a lot of 1s. Perfect. 3s gets to fill in. Oh, man, what a roll. Okay. And I can't get my spare going, so I'm in big trouble. I think I want to do that because it's going to keep my 4-point board for a very long time. And I'm so likely to give up this 5 very soon anyway, too, if I do this. But this should keep my 4-point board for a long time, too, and I might not give it up, right? Isn't that possible? I don't know. I'm just going to be like this. All right. The more front-loaded he gets, the more chances to save the gammon I should have. A 6 out right away would be nice. I think I want to keep spares to keep myself from breaking on the 4. He could take 2 off and clear the rear. That looks pretty good to me. Or he could just take 4 off or something. I don't know. I don't think he needs to do anything too aggressive. I'm not sure. Way too often clear from the rear feels very nice to me. Yeah, that looks good to me. This favors trying to be ready to clear the 5 point though. Okay. And I get a shot. And I hit it. This is going to save a gammon a lot of the time at least. Winning should be pretty tough though. Do I want to be hit with aces and deuces here? I don't think so. But I do want to contain the outfield, so out there. Actually, I have a better board, so it's fine. Yeah, go ahead. So I do want to be hit with aces and deuces there. An extra checker to play with is great. We'll do that. And now we'll try to contain. And I think, am I winning yet? If I got a closeout, I would be for sure. But maybe I still have work to do here with the 4-point board. I don't really know when that's going to change. Okay. I guess we just reduce shots now. Doesn't seem like there's much else to do. So what do we have going on? If he leaves, this is 2, 4 crossovers for him, and then 11 is 15, and I have like 16, so I'm probably slightly behind still. Must be getting close though. 3, 5, I could take it off the outfield outside, or I could do this and risk 3's gap. Does it help at all? Yeah, let's just do that, I guess. I don't know. I don't see a reason not to. He's gotten 2 crossovers and me too, so I think we're still probably pretty even. He's got the open ace though, so he has a lot of misses along the way. So yeah, where did we end up? I have 11 checkers and he has 9, so I am not on the, or 12 I guess I must have had. Yeah, I need him to roll an ace and get off the lead roll. Definitely possible to win this still though. Or many aces. He needs more aces, right? 2 more aces? Or I need a set? Okay, I need a 3s or better. All right. I'll take it. 3 away, 5 away. It's been a pretty exciting match. Ooh. This feels weird. I can't really just focus on escaping. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. I'm not going to add a... Okay, sure. This is too early, but we've gotten a couple like that. And at the score, it's more justified anyway. So, fair enough. Fair play. I'd really like to just run and play a simple game. Making the 9 looks good here. Of course, once you have the 5 point, having the rack and the 4 is very nice, but you have to give up the 8 to have it. So you're kind of giving up the 8 and the 9 to have it. I could have the 9, or I could just have the 4. Yeah, let's just have the 4. He hasn't done anything with his back checkers yet, so I feel pretty good in this game. Still kind of anyone's. 6-5 would love to escape, but now he gets a deuce, so I think I probably am stuck attacking. It just gives him too much freedom to run. This is a lot of blots. 5-2. I think I can't even see all the option plays, but I mean this must be a strong candidate. Oh, there's this. This must be a ton of shots. 5-2, 5-3, 5-4, 3-2, 3-3, 3-4, 3-6, 2-2, 2-3, 2-4, 2-6. I mean, it's like worse than a direct. So, and this is a better point. This is going to be aces, 3-6 and 2-6. It's not that much, and I have really good structure. Is there just a cleanup kind of? I guess I can just do this. If I do this, then he might make an anchor, but I leave no shots, and I'm always in the lead. And I don't care that much about gammons at this score. This actually should be a pretty strong candidate. I'm not too worried about him doing something about my back checker quite yet, but I'm still under pressure to escape and not really buying time to do that. Well, he's likely to get to improve somehow. So how much better do I feel after I do this? If I missed, then I'm attacking in home free, it feels like. But if he just anchors, then I'm not really. But I do always have this very nice board. Gosh, I don't know. This is so confusing. Twos are a little bit duplicated with point-making numbers. Let's do this and follow up with attack next time and just play with less blots. All right, any hitting or running looks great. That's hitting or running. How do I want to do it? If I do like this, I can be on 5-4 and entering sixes. That doesn't seem like what I want. Can't really clean it up better than that. I could hit again and leave 4 blots. Or I can just do like this, and it's just 5-5, 5-1, 3 and 2, and this feels better. This feels better. Feels weird to give up my midpoint and disconnect from the back checker is a big thing, but I think tactically it's probably worth it there. Okay, I got a lot of numbers that do great things. 4 blots again. 3-4, 3-5. 2-4, 2-5, 2-6. 3-1, 2-1. 14 numbers. And they're very bad. Okay. Do I need to do this? I can also just like, I mean, I could hit twice, and this would just be 3s and 5s. And there's a little follow-up after it, but I only have a 3-point board. Gosh, why is this position so hard? I think I just should delay another roll. Let him do something. I don't know, though. He can point on head. But at least if I have some trouble, I have a 5 prime for now. But I have no room to do anything but try to run. That's my biggest issue here. Here we are. Okay, 6s and 3s hit over there anyway. Is there anything I can do with that? I don't want to give up. I mean, this just feels... Why do I want to just let the 5 out and leave the other checker primed? There's a little bit of duplication. But this is... It's at least only 1 blot. This would be 5s. 5s hit there too. 3-2, it's must be this. It just has to be this, right? What a weird position. Looking to clean up somehow. Okay, I can't do anything with the back checker. Can't cover the 5. So I think I'm just going to play behind and lift it. And... live to see another day. Well, he's a little bit primed here. I really have no idea in a lot of these games. I'm expecting to have a rough PR now because this has been confusing. The 2 for mobility, that seems reasonable, though it opens up my attack again. This is one way. Oh, wait. I just have this now. 3-6 and 5-6. That's probably it at this score and everything. But I mean, I have all these. Gosh, I keep having all these options. It's too much. So this is going to be 3s to anchor and 2s to hit. 3-6 to hit back. Probably not. And then this one is 3s to hit, 5s to anchor. This seems even stronger. Yeah, I think I just run. It's probably the normal score play too. He can anchor up. And now I got to figure out if he's under 16% with contact and race if he anchors. I think he should anchor. I mean, it's like a clear money double. 24 pips. Yeah, I think he's still takeable, though. I think I still got a little work to do in clearing and such. I could clear one of the back points, but I think this is okay. But this is exactly the kind of game I want to play. Okay, he gets right back in the race, so I don't have to think about the cube again. Well, 15 pips. That's still a lot. I think the contact's still good enough, though. Ooh, I would really like to be able to clear the 10 without spending spares. I got to do this instead. I'm very stripped. His contact's getting better. His board looks great. How does this game end up here, where we both have like very nice looking boards and stuff? Ridiculous. Okay, got to clear out of order. And he's just going to win the race, I guess. I get it. I get it. I'm still slightly ahead. Oops. 4. Let's put one on the 5. Dead even to be even in this match again. Not likely I'll get to use the cube. Slight lead for me. Probably like 60-40. Just going to take that right back. Maybe I'm still slightly ahead. But I'm wasting, so probably not, yeah. Going to have to do more to think about the cube again. 3s is going to hold it off for sure. We're surviving, though. Staying in this for sure. Okay, I'm going to take one off, and then I don't know if I should take the second off. I think in a close-ish race, I should probably go for some distribution. Or I could go this way. I feel like second of the 4 is like counting on the set to win. I think I'm going to go for this. I don't know. Maybe I don't really need to catch up so much, you know? Maybe I just need him to miss. And now I need the catch-up sets. 1, 2, 3, 4. Didn't really get me a roll closer, so maybe... Okay. Hopefully I get a shot at any set to win here. I hit it again. Okay. Last roll magic. It's doing well. Crawford game, 5 away. So gammons do not matter. Do I make the anchor here? I think I do. Play like that. I don't know. Sure is weird to have to slot into so much. 148. Okay, I'm doing okay on clock too. I should be fine. Probably got to start paying attention to that at some point though. All right. He's ahead in the race, so I for sure have to start playing contact here. Get a nice roll to do it. Let's do it again. He gets the anchor up, and I'm leading the race in a mutual holding game. That's good. The 9's a little bit better for priming here, but then where's my deuce? I don't see it, so I think I should just make the flush prime here. 6-1 hits. That's what I get. That is what I get. 2 in, and we get to hit here. Still doing fine. No anchor for him now. I guess, yeah, I don't see much value in the 6 hitting. 4, and then why not just less shots? I could step up to see the light, but why do I want to leave the back slotted on a 4 prime? 4, 5, and 3, 6 get a lot better, of course. Yeah, let's just clean it up. I don't know. Could think about mobility too, though. Maybe I would have had more numbers to attack here if I want to. We're pretty close in the race, and I have the better board, so I think I will try to knock him off the edge. Doesn't have a lot of great 5s from the bar. All right, I extend to a 5 prime here. And maybe mobility is most important now. I guess I should have room if I just play in, but I'm not too worried about him. I really don't want him to make a 4 prime. What am I talking about? I think I'm going to go like that for one roll. I don't know. I'll wait till next time to leave it. Hopefully I get to. I guess something like double 2s could probably crack me. No, not if he takes it away. That's beautiful. I could think about filling in a gap, but I think just the freedom is great. Yeah, if he wants to split and try to escape, I think that's okay with me. Could be happy to hit off the edge with... Ooh, do I want to spread out and leave the 6-1? We'll do it this way. Yeah, I'm happy to hit off the edge with like the gappy board here. That's what I was thinking. Sure, let's take him off. And I don't think I want to open up my prime though, so we'll just play like this for now. All right. Seen stuff like this happen before. Wait, he didn't use the ace to step up either. Okay. I think that's more important probably than like the shots. It's just those are the huge steps to somehow winning this game. Is he's just gotta get over the 5 prime before he cracks. He's gonna slot now, maybe. No, probably not. Just a misclick. Okay. As long as he can't find that extra ace, I'm doing well. Yeah, let's send a checker back. I got to buy the time to get around. I don't. I mean, it does allow him to make an anchor and maybe win some more games. So if there's some way to avoid hitting, it might have been nice. I think I need to keep my priming, though, since I'm still down in the race a little bit. Like, the biggest way I can lose is if he just rolls double 5. So I'm not going to switch, even though I really want this filled in. I'm going to try to slot the back and set up to make the 3-point. Yeah, 5-2 would have been escaping if I wanted to. Okay, we can just make it now. Hopefully advance naturally. No such luck. I can do like this, though. Maybe that's worth it. Oh, I can also do like this. And if he wants to roll a 1-6, fine. I don't really let him out with anything yet. How bad is it to leave this shot here? If he rolls the ace, I don't care at all. So yeah, this is fine. Let's just do this. What can never go wrong? It works. Okay. Do I want to let him out yet? No, I think I want him to crack some more. I guess I want this in some diversification. But yeah, my biggest risk is still I'm just like rolling a big set. So I think I got to try to keep all these blocking points as long as I can. I'm down to a minute 10. Okay. Just in case this game goes poorly. Need to start being careful. Aces. So should we block the 6s like this? Sure. No 6. Okay. Everyone's being stubborn. I'll play in now. Sure. 5-2 goes. Maybe I'd be happy to attack. I think we can just do like this. Take a checker off. I do need to bear off somewhat aggressively. I've gotten him to waste a bunch of pips, so the close pip count is at least deceptive. But, I mean, it's still just a set away from it being close, you know? There's 3, so I'm going to keep bearing off and not worrying about it too much, about the contact potential. Ew, 5-2 is the worst. Okay. Well, I got a chance to win the match, and if not, I just go to post Crawford. Not too bad, I get a free drop there, too. I think I'll take 2 off here. Not 100% certain about that one either. Seems like it played okay. Have I won this, or is it still possible? Can you still do it to me? I'm so scared. I think I survived a 21-point match. Thanks for watching, everybody. How did I do? At 6.2? Okay, that could be worse. We'll see how XG likes it too when I actually go through the feed. But thank you to Eldin for this match, and I'll see you in the next round in round 3 in the round of what is it? How does it work? 256, 128, round of 64. Maybe I should put it that way instead of round 2 of 8. But cool. And a lot more WBIF matches and still some left in the Stream Champs. So I'll have a lot more videos coming out in the foreseeable future. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Bye for now.